So you know what? Before you tell me that you can't do something, why don't you show me that you've gone all in for an extended period of time? You want to know what? More often than not, you're going to win.
Don't got no heart, I got an icebox.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Momentum Monday podcast. My name is Steve Holbrook, and I'm excited to be back here in the studio filming this podcast. Today's topic is simple. 5 reasons you can. 5 reasons you can. You might say, Steve, what kind of a topic is that? Well, let me tell you a bit about that. Everywhere you turn, you find reasons why you can't. You go online, you see reasons why you can't compare to the people that you see on Instagram. You start a business and you look at all the reasons why you can't be successful like all the previous people. You look at these great relationships, or so you think they're great from your standpoint, and you tell yourself, I can't have that relationship. Well, let me tell you what, there's certain things you can't do. Yeah, it's true. Like if you're 5'1", you probably can't dunk a basketball. Fair to say? But other than that, and a few other things similar, the world is your oyster. You got to stop telling yourself all the things you can't, and you got to start doubling down on all the reasons why you can. And today, we're just going to focus on why you can. Why you can. So if you got a notebook and a pen, now's the time to pull it out. Let's get started. Here we go. 5 reasons why you can. Reason number 1, you have deep-seated reasons. Deep-seated reasons. You have reasons inside of you that are untapped. You haven't emotionalized them yet. You have to go inside of yourself. You have to pull those reasons out. You got to put them on paper. You need to emotionalize them. See, you can't quit yet. Because there's things inside of you, there's things you haven't done. There's purposes that you have not completed yet. There's reasons that you haven't paid attention to yet on why you can't quit. You got to pull those out. You got to plant them. You have to water them so that you can harvest them. There's things inside of you. There's reasons all around you why you have to keep going. There's reasons why you have to do this. And for that alone, I know that you can. Because there's things inside of you that you have not tapped yet. And that is the first reason why I know that you can. So figure what those things are. Write them down. Emotionalize them. Let them fire you up. Because if you don't focus on them and you don't pull it out of you and you don't write them down, you're not going to go to work for it. And it's going to be easy to quit on things that you have no idea what you're quitting on. So figure out what those things are. Number 2. You haven't gone all in yet. You haven't gone all in yet. Let's be honest. Most people operate with the little toe syndrome. They dip their little toe into the deep end of the water, and when it's cold, they decide they're not going to do it. Most of us do enough work just until we feel the pain, and then we back off. 90% of the people never finish. Why is that? Because the last 10% is the dogfight. Right? We want to do just enough work to kind of feel fit. We want to do just enough work to make a little bit of money. We want to do just enough work in our relationship to have an okay relationship. But have we really gone all in yet? I mean, all in. And if we're being honest, most of us, we've just been testing the waters. We haven't tried our hardest. We haven't gone all in yet. So I know that one of the reasons why you can is because you haven't even gone all in yet. What would that look like? All in. Maybe you should stop focusing on all the reasons why you can't. And maybe you should start asking yourself why you haven't gone all in yet and what it's going to take. I know one thing for sure. If you go all in, you have a way better chance. In fact, it's impossible to win at anything at the highest level if you don't go all in. So you know what? Before you tell me that you can't do something, why don't you show me that you've gone all in for an extended period of time? You want to know what? More often than not, you're going to win. Because it's that last 10%. It's that last 10% that's a dogfight. Everybody flexing on IG, right? Everybody flexing with their perfect life and their perfect relationship and their perfect business. Those are the ones giving it 90%. But the winners, those are the ones in the dogfight. They take it the extra 10%. Those are the ones that go all in. And all the goodies long-term, it's all in the last 10%. So go all in before you tell me you can't do something. Number 3, The third reason why I know that you can is because you have not turned your shoulds into musts. You have not turned your shoulds into musts. See, everybody's out there shoulding all over themselves, right? I should do this and I should do that. The world owes me. I'm a really good person. It's, the ball just needs to bounce in my court, right? I should be successful and it's my turn. And if I just keep doing what I'm doing, I read the book Tim Grover Winning and I should be winning now. It's my turn. You haven't turned your shoulds into musts. When it becomes a must-win scenario, of course you can. But again, most of us are out there shoulding all over ourselves. So this has nothing to do with what you should do, and this has everything to do with what you must do. So what must you win at? What relationship must you keep? What health level must you obtain? What business level must you get to? I'm talking about musts, not things you should do. Not the idea of winning, not the concept of a better life, not it would be nice if I had more money. I'm talking about absolutely, unequivocally what must happen in my life in order for me to feel like I won or in order for me to feel like I am fulfilled. And only then, you'll see results. So instead of telling yourself that you can't, why don't you spend time converting all your shoulds to musts and make a list and go to work on it? Because listen, the world doesn't owe you anything. Nobody's going to do you any favors. There's no such thing as luck. You have to make your own luck. You have to prepare for luck. And you got to work hard. And every once in a while, you're going to get a break. But you know what? You had it coming to you. And right now, if you're sitting there telling yourself all the reasons you can't, there's nothing coming your way. You got to flip your mindset. Turn your shoulds to musts, and then we'll talk. Number 4, the fourth reason why I know that you can is because somebody else has taken away your excuse. Somebody else has already taken away your excuse. Whatever it is that you're telling yourself you can't do, there's somebody out there. They already did it, and they had more reasons to hold themselves back. I got a good friend of mine, Nick Gonchin. He's going to be in the Paralympics. He's a Paralympian. He's competing in wheelchair basketball. Man, this guy is a total stud. He's a total stud, not just because of his charmingly good looks, but because of his mindset. Somebody told him that he could. And you know what? He started to believe it. You gotta be very, very careful with the excuses that you're telling yourself. I want you to look around, not to be comparing yourself to other people. I want you to look around to draw inspiration from everybody else who's kicking your ass, quite frankly, and taking away all of your bullshit excuses as to why you can do this. So instead of spending time telling yourself why you can't, you're not good enough, you can't, why don't you look around at all the men and women that have already done it and taken away all of your excuses? You want to know what? Your excuses hold no water compared to what some other people have been through. Just remember that. That's how I know that you can. And last but not least, the fifth reason why I know that you can is because there is still breath left in your lungs. There's still breath left in your lungs. See, my mantra is simple. You're either going to see me at the top of the mountain or you're going to see me dead on the side. But either way, I'm not coming down. So either you have accomplished what you've set out to accomplish or you've died trying. And if you're watching this or listening to this podcast or watching on YouTube or download on Spotify, I know that you're still alive. So the fact that your heart is beating and there's still breath in your lungs tells me that you still have a shot. So instead of focusing on all the reasons why you can't, I can't pass the exam, I can't be successful in that business, I can't hold down a relationship, instead of getting caught in that mindset, I want to focus on gratitude. I'm grateful for my breath. I'm grateful for my heart. I'm grateful for this business. I'm grateful for this relationship. And as long as I'm still alive, as long as I still have blood pumping through my veins, I still got a shot. I still got a shot. You're never out of the race. You're never out of the race. In closing, you guys, at the end of the day, whether you think you can or you can't, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. So if you keep telling yourself that you can't do something, you're going to prove yourself right, that you can't do it. But if you keep getting around people that encourage you and you get that mindset straight and you get right up here and you start telling yourself that you can, eventually you will, and you will prove yourself right. But remember, either way, you're going to be right. The mind is a powerful tool. It can be used to our advantage, or it can take us dangerously off path. You got to understand that, and you got to be able to control it. So I hope you guys got some value out of that. I hope you wrote down those 5 reasons on why you can. Stop thinking negatively. Stop telling yourself why you can't. I'm too old. I'm too young. This and that. None of that matters. None of that matters. At the end of the day, if you're listening to this or you're watching this, you're not out of the fight and you still have a shot. So thanks everybody for being here today. Please take a moment, subscribe, leave a comment, give it some love, and absolutely share it with a handful of people that you love and respect, and let's spread the word. Have a great day. We'll see you next time.
Baby, from the struggle, 'cause I had a